Hello, I have a tribe. It is Pink Bella. Welcome back to my channel. I'm welcoming all starseeds, lightworkers, and past 144,000 new Earth grid keepers and gatekeepers. And I'm so grateful to be here. So this is a transmission. I feel like it's going to be a 2 or 3-parter, but this is messages from the Pleiadian emissaries of light. And I'm pretty excited about these messages because they're where I started, for those of you who are new. So this is going to be a transmission, a deep dive into why we're ascending, what is happening with our chakras and our DNA, and where we're at right now. So I'm recording this just before the solstice, the end of 2023, but I've known about this information since the early 90s. So it's amazing to me how long it's taken us to get here, but we're here. And we're in this part of the movie, the play, the third dimensional reality. And yeah, so let's start with that. This, they also wanted me to remind all of you that we do have, and I've got a playlist on my channel about Blu-rays and Blu-ray frequencies. So this is connected to the Blu-ray frequencies, and specifically, we're either receiving these downloaded transmissions from Prime Source Creator, but via different channels, like different channels on TV or radio, or different playlists. We're either receiving them from the Pleiadian emissaries of light or the Sirius team of light. And those are the specific channels right now that are assisting us through the Great Central Sun, through our sun. Okay, I gotta write that down because I'm gonna talk about the solar flares as well. So I'm probably gonna look into another look at the solar flash soon, because I feel like that's shifted and changed as well. Okay. First off, they wanted me to share with you, and this is why I started with the 12 chakra system. And I do work with higher chakras, also known as dimension, vortex, stargates, portals. However, the key chakra system is our safety net, our alignment with Prime Source Creator, with our mission here, with our soul missions. And that's what this is all about. We came in to disrupt the matrix. We came in to heal things and heal patterns, personal patterns, clear our Akashic records, heal patterns, soul contracts, and sometimes, dark contracts and black magic, ancestral imprints that we're all clearing from other lifetimes as well. So, karma, we're clearing karma basically, whether it's our own or ancestral. Okay. And some of us are clearing galactic karma as well. We're doing all of it here, all in this one amazing adventure that we're on. So we've been receiving these light codes, and it really started to amp up in 1987 during the harmonic convergence. However, then every 10 years it got stronger. So it was stronger in the 90s, a real shift around 1999. And then in the 2000s, what year? 2007, 2008, there was a big shift for all of us. That means that the light codes started to get stronger and started to come in at a higher rate, a higher frequency. Okay. Then things really started to amp up for many of us. 2007, 8, 9. For me, it was 2010. Like a remembering. I've been in and out of remembering. I've known this information since the mid 90s. So it's always been in my reality for a long time, but it wasn't time. The Pleiadians always said to me, it's not time yet. We're waiting for humanity, for the collective to catch up. So many of you have caught up. Many of you are ready to know more. Many of you are, your third eyes are going to be opening more, and you're going to be seeing more. So this is why they wanted me to bring in this foundation of information. So we're receiving light code activations that we need, and the planet needs, and the light grids need to elevate and accelerate Gaia, ourselves, and humanity to the next level. And so that's been accelerating. A really big shift 2011 and 2012. It was actually in 2011 that I started to see 1111. So pay attention to those number sequences as well, because they're important. They're messages for you from Prime Source Creator, from your higher self or your angels, okay? That it was at that point that I started to remember about the 12 chakra system. Now, what's interesting is the 12 chakra system information had been brought to me in the 90s, but I went back to sleep because it wasn't time. So it got re-brought back to me in between 2011 and 2012. And I really started to pay attention to that. And I have been sharing and teaching and balancing your chakras for a long time. But now they're really going to start to amplify because there's enough of us. And this includes the 144,000 key codes that are being activated as well. It's all part of it, okay? So the 12 chakra system is really the key system right now that's being activated because we have 7 main chakras within the body, which activates our pillar of light, our connection to source. Then we have the further 5 chakras, one below our feet, the others above, out in some near us and some out in the galaxy and the universe, again, to receive light code information, light code activations. So these 12 chakras right now are becoming incredibly active for many of you. And it may make you feel completely lost, ungrounded, not sure why you're here. You could go through a number of things, but you also might be experiencing a lot of ascension symptoms. Those ascension symptoms are the 12 strands of DNA that are coming online. Okay. So we were going to get to this point anyway, and it had to be gradual because otherwise many of us wouldn't have made it. It's like we would have short circuited as well. We need the 12 chakra system. We need the 12 strands of DNA to come online to plug in to the new Earth grid system. And this will elevate us to the 5th dimension and to new Earth, as well as the Earth. So the Earth herself is well, it depends what timeline of reality you tap into, but for the core, she's moved into the 4th dimension. Now, in the 4th dimension, a lot of dark beings inhabit that reality. So that's also something that we might start seeing and noticing. And again, it could bring up reactions. I talked about this with the Mercury retrogrades. It could bring up reactions because it is something that we know deep from our past that there was a trauma. It was either ourselves or our ancestors. Also, galactic traumas of the fall of Earth, the genetic decoding of our DNA so that we could be controlled and manipulated for as long as we have. So many of us incarnated in this lifetime and choose the title that works best for you, Starseed, Lightworker, Blu-ray, for this time. So we're at the exciting part now because there's no going back. There's no going to sleep. We're anchoring in the light. The more light that comes in also can bring in ascension symptoms because we're activating strands of DNA that have not been activated before. We're activating chakras that have not been activated before with these avatars. We're activating, and this is to allow us to experience different realities. This is to allow us to see more, to hear more, to do more, to align more. So we're activating that to a new frequency and level. And the solar flares will continue to get stronger and stronger. And my feeling has been for quite a while that the solar flash is something that was like a back plan if things didn't go well. Well, things are going well. So that what's going to happen is the solar flares will get stronger. We'll experience these ascension symptoms as our DNA strands fire up, come online like optic wiring. And then our physical avatar has to get used to that. And then we'll move on. So it appears to me so far that that's the way that we're going because an actual solar flash would change everything and it would create a lot of turmoil, more turmoil than we're experiencing right now. So there's that going on. So the solar flares will continue to get stronger. So for those of you that do suffer from ascension symptoms, you're going to make it because I did as well. I suffered for a number of years. That's what I bring to assist you all when I can because it's part of our DNA coming online. All right. You can do this. We've done this before. The reason we have benevolent ET races that are assisting us, like the Pleiadians, like the Sirius teams of light, because they've all been through this. They've all ascended and they've made it. And they're here to support our ascension as well. So a reminder that even though it looks like chaos out there, that we're to focus our ascension as our most important role, because it's bringing us our connection to Prime Source Creator, um, taking us to that reality of the New Earth grid system of New Earth, and allowing us to reconnect to Source, which is what we've needed and what humanity needs and what the planet needs as well. Okay. Okay, solar flares. All right. So as 12 strands of DNA start to fire up, they won't all fire up at the same time, but everyone's at a different level. It's going to depend on your ancestral lineage, what your game plan was before you came in, how much healing and clearing that you've done. Now, what it also does is that brings up shadow aspects. It brings up the potential of fear and stress and anxiety. Some of you might be going through energy attacks, entities, etc. That's part of your mastery and your initiation to remember how powerful you are. Okay. It's also some agreements that some of us have had with these other beings as well. And there's no stopping what's happening now. And that's why I think it looks even more chaotic out in the real world, because that's a distraction to try and keep us off balance. All right. We started to move in to something called the photon belt to start to receive these light codes on plasma energy rays. Like I said, it really started to amp up in 1987. I think Dolores Cannon even started talking about that as well, like the split of the timelines. So it's been gradual since 1987, but now it's becoming more obvious. And what's even more awesome is we can quantum jump to new timelines to accelerate our awakening and expansion, and to assist humanity as well. So those of you that really connect with the blue ray, you may start seeing and feeling this more. You might start to see flashes of light, might start to see orbs, you might start to see your angelics and your fairies. But on the other side, you may also start to see some of the strange stuff, like the beings that are shapeshifters, that are not so pretty when they don't look like us. And think about the Star Wars bar scene, the first Star Wars, okay? And it's adjusting to remembering about that, adjusting to knowing that that exists, that that is real, that we're not in this fantasy land anymore, and there's really nowhere to go and hide on this planet anymore. But that's why the nature part of our experience is so important, because it brings us peace, it brings us alignment, brings us messages, it brings us codes. And Gaia, that's where she can fully support us as well. Okay. So that we're fully into the photon belt now. And what that is doing as well is it's showing us the glitches in the matrix. It's showing us the strange, unknown things that we wouldn't normally see. It might start to show us people that are glitching out in our reality, or it might show us, like what I talked about recently, the black cubes, etc. So that we get it. We get it. Like that has to be another part of our awakening and acceptance. Okay, we're all in this together. We're a super high vibe, powerful team of light. We're really getting strong now. And I just wanted to bring that message in to you all about what the process, about what we're doing and how it's impacting us. Some of you might be way far ahead of this, but it's what I was reminded this past week was to go back to this basis that I've known for a long time, because it was important for me to remember some of these basics to share with you all, because there's so many beautiful new souls that are awakening at this time and they need assistance as well. Okay. So I hope you're all doing amazing. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing this message. If you would like to work with me, and receive more information for your journey, learn more about your ascension, your aligning you, assisting with ascension symptoms, bringing in specific messages with you about different lifetimes, realities, being a starseed, being a blue ray, your soul mission, the dragons, all of that, you can contact me below. and I look forward with connecting and working with you. I also offer mentorship packages, which are a bunch of my bundles together. We work together consistently to really get you ramped up and on your way. All right, sending you so much love, light, and aloha from Pink Bella, and I'll be back soon. Take care, everyone, and thank you, Pleiadian emissaries of light, for these messages. Aloha, everyone.